All right. Another day, another set of lead code questions. Yup. Let's get it done. All right. So, yesterday I did some backtracking questions, so today I'll continue with those, maybe finish them up, and I'll see the optimized solution of n queens because I didn't do it on stream. So yeah, so this is the mainly the starting agenda today, and then we'll see what to continue with. All right, stream is up and running. Cool. Given a string S, partition S such that every substring of the partition is a palindrome. Return all possible palindrome partitioning of S. Okay. So one is one like there is at least one partitioning which includes all singular letters or singular characters like this. So this is always possible in every case. Now, okay. Hmm. Something is ringing, man. What the fuck is happening? Is it just my headphones? I don't know what's ringing, but it's whatever. Okay, cool. Let me put this guy on charge. Okay, so the point here is open this guy. Now I can break this string down into as many pieces as I want, right? But ideally I should be creating only um, partitions, right? Which are palindromic. What can I do? I can keep track of left and right. Like if left and right are equal, then partition that and move on. Otherwise, move right if it is a palindrome. But okay. Now there could be a case like A C A B, right? So hmm. Mhm. If I start right from here, I mean the brute force is to get every substring and check if it is a palindrome, then partition it and then push it. So that is the brute force solution. But interesting. Okay, let's try. Because this is only 16, so is palindrome should be in constant time, right? So what should I do here? I'm here, right? I can check if it is a palindrome, then push it and move this left pointer, or I can move I can create a substring Brute force is, yeah, get every subset and check if they are all palindromes. But that's not what we want to do, man. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to take a look at my past solution. This seems okay. We created a split array of uh, vector string. Then we are pushing this. So end. So the last string will be the remaining. Okay. Then we are calling DFS. DFS int I. If I is equals this, if R valid palindrome split array result dot pushback split array, otherwise call split array I plus 1. Then I isn't equal, right? DFS split array I plus 1. What does that mean? Oh, I is basically the character length or the word length, right? Because we are checking the last string size, not the size of this vector. We are checking this uh, last string size with I. Then what we are doing, string original equals this, split part equals split dot back dot substring 0 I plus 1, remaining part this. Then we pop back, then we push the split part, and then we push the remaining part, and then we call split array 0, and then we pop those back 2 and push back the original, and we have an I plus 1 here so that it will go to each character. So it is kind of a backtracking thing. Yep, makes sense. R valid palindromes is palindrome. Isn't that very slow? Let's try to write this. Yep, let's try and write this. So essentially we are just doing a brute force, right? But in a backtracking way. So vector of string array stores splitted strings. Now what do we need? Void DFS string, okay, array dot push back s, right, int I. That's all, right? You can check if I is equals array dot back dot size or length, should be length minus 1 if are palindromes in array, then result dot push back array return DFS array. We move on to the next character, right? Then we split this last string. How do we split this last string? First we need to keep track of the original, which is just array dot back split 1 equals array dot back, or is just original now, array dot back We can do this. Original dot substring starting from 0 till I plus 1. String split 2 equals original dot substring starting from I plus 1 till end. Then array dot pop back, array dot push back split 1, array dot push back split 2, call DFS starting at 0th character again, and then we do 2 pop backs and push the original back onto the array. Is that it, right? And we need a result vector of vector string result bool are palindromes vector of string for string s in array, if not is palindrome s, then return false, else return true. Is palindromes string s, return reverse a string in CPP. I think it's just reverse function, right? String is this, reverse this. But it changes in place, right? So we can do that. Int I equals 0, I is less than s dot length by 2 I plus plus, if s of I is not equals s of n minus 1 minus I, return false. Let's see, we need to return something, so return result. Subedara, hi brother, how are you doing? I'm doing very good. How about you, brother? Okay, so something wrong happened. AAB is correct, AAB is incorrect. Why is this getting... Is palindrome n minus 1 minus I. No, this is correct, right? N minus 1 by 2, or just n by 2. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Can you tell me the problem name? The problem name is palindrome partitioning, problem number 131. Yeah, I'll send the link. I'll send this link into chat, of course. Okay. So yeah, I wrote a backtracking solution, but this seems slower than most of the solutions. So let's look at what's the thing. Okay. So he has a result, he has the current partition, then he calls a backtrack function on string s, 0, current partition and result. Now we backtrack here. If start is equals s dot size. Okay, he's just passing s just to check this. Thank you. Andrew Karev, hi, keep going. I already solved my first 50 problems on leetcode, and for the next couple of days I want to get 100 solved problems. Right now I learned linked list. Great man, Andrew. Nice to meet you, by the way. Hope you're doing good. 50 problems are is a good number, man. Good amount. And I feel that this graph is very encouraging, or it's like a game. You just want to get dots in every square. So yeah, when I did it consistently, it felt like a game. So very gamified way of learning data structures. Okay, so hmm. So what we are doing right now? Try to partition the string starting from start. Okay, end equals start plus one, end is less than size string. Okay, we are calculating the substring here. Then we are checking if this is a palindrome, then push it back. Oh, now yep, this is better. Okay, yeah, this is faster because here we are just calculating every possible substring and then doing it. So yeah, so instead of doing this, and what's the base case here? If start equals s dot size. Okay, we are substringing on s instead of the last string in the partition thing. This is also good. Yeah. Okay, let's make some changes. So in our DFS function, we need the string s, the original string, and then instead of I we can write start because that makes more sense. Now if start is equals s dot length, then we are definitely sure that everything in our partition is a palindrome because we checked it beforehand. That's why we are pushing it directly. Current partition. Now instead of calling this and doing all of this crap, we will try to partition from the starting position. End is less than s dot length minus 1 and plus plus. Right. String temp equals s dot substring starting from start till end plus 1. If is palindrome temp, then current partition dot pushback. Have you ever learned CP? No, brother, never did CP. I mean, I did like 2 contests on Code Chef, and that's all. That's my experience of CP. Okay, if it is a palindrome, then we push it to the partition, and it's current partition like this. Then we do the backtrack call, I mean the DFS call, and it will be end, right? Then current partition dot pop back. I am learning it. That's good. Yeah, that's also a way to learn data structures. It just depends what you want to achieve. I like LeetCode better, so yeah. Should we learn CP or DSA first? Why not both at the same time? Because they both go hand in hand, right? You can't do one or the other. I mean, you should be comfortable with basic language syntax, then you can start with anything, brother. When you encounter I think if you want to get work, you need to learn DSA. Yep, that's the case. Companies ask mostly lead code type questions, but some of them also throw some hard level shit like Google and stuff, they just throw some hard code forces problem at you, and they just expect you to solve it. But I don't know how people solve it, man. I don't know, it's just luck. You have to be lucky and you have to be prepared. That's the two things you need to do, and how well you are prepared increases your luck also, so it's kind of a balance. Okay, I am confused on this end part. So I start end with start plus 1. Okay, this should be actually end minus start plus 1 because this is the length, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm passing in S, current partition, and starting from 0. Let's see. Yeah, it's wrong. Okay, it's empty if start is equals S dot length. Should I be doing end plus 1 here? No. Okay, end minus start substring, and then we are passing in end. Okay, because 0 1, right? So 1 minus 0 is 1 of length. Okay, then push back, and oh, makes sense. Still, is there any other call? And is less than equals S dot size. Okay, we have A, and B. So most likely this function is problematic. N is this. For I equals 0, I is less than equals n by 2, I plus plus. If S of I is not equals S of n minus 1 minus I, return false. No. Why am I including AAB? Huh? If is palindrome substring, then current dot partition pushback substring, backtrack S, then pop back S and current partition result. Okay. Start and end minus start, that is correct. N is less than equals S dot size. Oh, my bad. Let's see how fast is this solution. Should be faster than my last one. Yeah. It's like 27 and 52%. Not that fast. Okay. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting question. Oh, I love this question. Given a string containing digits from 2 to 9 inclusive, return all possible letter combinations that the number could represent. Return the answer in any order. A mapping of digits to letters, just like on the telephone buttons, is given below. Note that 1 does not map to any letters. Okay. So the question is, if we have uh, some digits, what possible string can we make? Like with the 2 and 3, it is A, D, A, E, A, F, B, D, B, E, B, F, C, E, C, D, C, E, C, F, right? That is the answer. If it is just 2, then okay. Yeah, it is a backtrack question. This is way easier than some of these. Now, first of all, we need to create a hash map of all of these digits to letters. So let's do that first. Unordered map of digits. Do code forces problem next. Okay. I'll try one after this. So yeah. So we need to map a character to a bunch of characters, right? So char to vector of char. Let's call it keypad of 2 is equals, okay, I need some ABC. Okay, this will be some manual labor, man. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. D, E, F. What comes after F? G, G H I, J, K, L, M, N, O. G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. I think this is PQRS. T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Right? Okay. Now we have this keypad, right? Now we want to call our function result string s. Initially it is empty. Let's call our function. We pass in the digits, and we are starting from 0th digit. We are passing our keypad, and we are passing our current string, which is s, and we need to pass. I can keep this result as global, so I don't need to pass it every time. And at the end we can return result. Void DFS string digits int I, then our keypad, we pass it by reference, and our current string, which is just current. Should I take instead of a string, I should actually be taking a vector of characters, because I can push back and pop back stuff You know what I mean? Character, initially it is empty, right? Let's call it current. Yeah, okay. Now let's forget about base condition. Let's first do our backtracking stuff. So we are at currently at ith digit, right? So what we need to do is we need to go to each character in our keypad of digits of I. We need to add it to current. So current dot push back C. Then we need to backtrack, which is DFS. I mean, we need to do the recursive call. Digits I plus 1. Our keypad. Even keypad could have been global. Yeah, let's do that. I try to keep everything lean. Let's make this global and remove this, right? Remove this and remove this as well. Okay. Keypad we don't need to pass, and then what we need to pass? Current dot pop back, right? Now base condition will be when current dot size becomes equals to digit slot length, return and push this to result dot push back string current dot begin current dot end, and that's it, right? Let's see. Digits dot length is a function. Okay. When it is an empty string, then expected nothing here. Otherwise it is good. Okay, so we can just do if. But why is it an empty string? Current. Oh. Yeah, this. Okay, no worries. If digits in an empty string, then return an empty list. Let's see if this works. Okay, pretty good. All right. And I have done this backtracking section. Let's try one code forces problem. I might need to log in, so I'm doing it on my other browser. It's been a while. Code forces. Enter. How do I log in, brother? Login. Invalid handle email username. Let's check my email. What is the shortcut to run code? To run code, one is control and inverted comma, and to submit it is control plus enter. Yeah, you see this control and this one quote, and submit it is control and enter. Okay, where was I? Code forces. Let's see. Last time I logged in was in 2023, and my username is this. Okay, let's check. Yes, I am logged in. Cool. Let's see, brother. My rating is 428. I don't know if that is good or bad. I don't know. What does this mean? Can it tell me like how many questions have I solved? 5 problems solved for all time. Nothing in the last year, nothing in the last month. Okay. So which question should I attempt? Should I do a contest? Gym. Problem set. Do you have a question, brother, which I should attempt, or any question? Registration code closed. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. And I think, can I enter this? Yeah. Okay. Let's try this contest problem. Fuck it. Sports betting. Do 1200 rating, bro. Which one? Which one is 1200? How do I check? In division 2. Is it? This one. Problems. Okay. Vadim's collection. We call a phone number a beautiful if it is a string of 10 digits. Division 2. Oh, all right. And I think my chat isn't visible on this white surface. I'm just trying to see, man. Right. Yeah. Okay, I'll fix that in the next one. No worries. And you know what? I actually have a fucking... Yeah. This is nice. We call a phone number a beautiful if it is a string of 10 digits where the ith digit from the left is at least 10 minus I. From the left. That is the first... what is your Code Forces ID? It's just this. Akshat Chauhan. That's all. That's my name. Okay, the first digit must be at least 9, the second at least 8, with the last digit being at least 0. For example, 9988776655 is a beautiful phone number, while this is not, since the second digit, which is 0, is less than 8. Ah, what? Where the ith digit from left is at least 10 minus I. Okay. Vadim has a beautiful phone number. He wants to rearrange its digits in such a way that the result is the smallest possible beautiful phone number. Help Vadim solve this problem. Please note that the phone numbers are compared as integers. Okay. Each test contains multiple test cases. The first line contains a number of test cases. The description of the test cases follows. The only line of each test case contains a single string length of s. Okay. Output a single string of length n. Okay, so we have to take the input also. Where is the I need to set up my fucking C++ writing thing. Fuck. Mm-hmm. I had one on GitHub, man. Like my CP template. It's been long gone. Let's see if I can find that. I basically had a template of writing competitive these contests in C++. Custom invocation for running code. Yeah. Okay, it's long gone. No worries. Let's write in C++ compiler. Okay, so first is an integer using namespace std int n cnn. I suddenly remembered why I don't do cp. Then for int I equals 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Hey, get ready to shave. Oh, it's a long way to go, brother. It's a long way to go, like 400 subs behind. So that's fine. Unless you do a sub bot, that doesn't count. So yeah. Then we do a fucking input string s c in s input dot push back s. For every string s in input, cout my function s, right? We need to return nothing. String function, we have a string s here. Now we need to basically write the our solution in that function. That's all. So the point is, let's take an example here. Control C. We go to xcalidraw. So the question is asking to create a minimum good number, right? Beautiful number. And what is the definition of beautiful? If it is a string of 10 digits where the ith digit from the left is at least 10 minus I. Ith digit from the left. That is, the first digit must be at least 9. Okay, 10 minus I. So I is starting from 1. So this is the first digit, this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8th, 9th, 10th. And we know the length of the input, right? Each test case, first line contains number of tests. String of length 10, which is fixed. Makes sense. So this has to be at least 10 minus 1, which is 9. This has to be at least 8. This has to be at least 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now, I need to create a minimum number, right? So I should be taking. So first is always 9. And can there be a case where it is impossible to do that? it is guaranteed that S is a beautiful phone number. I just need to rearrange the letters, that's all. Okay. Interesting. So we start from here. I can put 8 here. Yeah, I think this is a very simple solution. So I can simply calculate the frequency of each number, right? So 9 occurs twice, 8 occurs twice, 7 occurs twice, 6 occurs twice. So the starting will always be 9. If I have an 8, I'll put 8 here. If I have a 7, I'll put 7 here. If I have a 6, I'll put 6 here. Right? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Mm-hmm. 98765. Yeah, I think that is the point. Okay, we can try that. So what do we need? Int frequency of 10, right? Am I dumb? I mean, okay. Till here it is fine, right? I mean, okay, I can put 98765. Now, what options do I have? All of these will be 1. Now what should I do? I need to at least put 4 here. So I'll start from 4, then I'll go to 5, right? Then I'll need to at least put 3 here. Yeah. Oh, this shit is easy, man. I just need to write it in a good way. So for int or char C in S, frequency of C minus 0 plus plus. Hey Iga Biga, what's up? What's up? Now I need a resulting string for int I equals 1, I is less than equals 10, I plus plus. I need to fetch from the last thing, right? For int f equals 10 minus I, f greater than, no, I should start from 9 and f should be greater than or equals 10 minus I, f minus minus, if do this problem if you cannot do this one. C plus 4 minus C plus 4 minus 0 variable results plus control plus space alt plus F4 and shut down my PC, right? If frequency of f plus 0 is greater than 0, then res plus equals f plus 0. No, I don't need to start from 9, brother. I need to start from 10 minus I, and I need to go up. I need to go up. Yeah. That's what I need to do, brother. You really gonna shave off your head at 5? Yes, yes. I don't joke around here, brother. I won't do it on stream, but you will see my head shaved at 500 subs. Yep. Okay. Seems a pretty bad, I mean, okay. Okay, we can run this. Where is the input here? So 4, and let's see. Command line arguments is this. No, just run. Vector was not included. Dash include bit slash stdc plus plus dot h. Right, this was the thing, right? stdlib, what was that, man? I forgot. Include stdlib cpp. stl, yeah, bit slash stdc plus plus dot h. Yeah, you're subbing right now. Good, nice, great. Okay, let's see. Run 4, and then all of this crap. Control C, Control V. How do I paste? Yeah, enter. Program finished. Copy. Run again. Okay, program. Nothing is getting printed, brother. Are you guys also seeing the emoji spam on the stream? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it for a while. Okay, this might be... I'm hoping that the default value of frequency is 0 in all elements, right? Then I'm starting from I to 10. Then starting from 10 minus I, which is 9. Yep, f plus plus. If frequency of 9 plus 0 is greater than 0, result plus equals f plus 0. Frequency of f plus 0 minus minus 9. I mean, I can print the fucking frequency here. Frequency of f plus shit, I minus 1 plus 0. Let's see. I'll just print everything. Fuck it. I minus 1. Run. I saw someone else was also doing it right now. What is happening here? Coding? Yes. We are coding, brother. We code till we die. Okay, this shit is fucking nuts. I actually forgot fucking C++, man. That's why I deal with vectors. Okay, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay. भाई गिटार बजा, एआई कोडिंग वालों का जॉब नहीं ले रहा क्या? ब्रदर ले रहा है बट अभी नहीं ले रहा. Not right now. So I have a chance to earn some money till then. Till AI kills us all. So we have a chance to live life and to see the green earth. That's all we are here for. So I am facing some garbage values here. But why though? Because I'm subtracting here, but that doesn't make sense. C minus 0. I can do this C out. Copy. Paste. What is this 9999? What? ग्राफिक डिज़ाइनर वालों का तो ले लिए. Yep. Ghibli Studio. And even like creating website mockups. But the human thing still lacks in those things, right? What makes that art human? Why is this 99 everything? C. Okay, initially it is 9, that is correct. Yeah, this is fine. C++, okay. Then what we are doing, I minus 1, which is 0, right? Start from 9, we go till 10. If frequency of 9 plus 0 is greater than 0, then result plus equals f plus 0. Should I be taking a fucking this result dot push back this and then subtract frequency, return string rest dot begin, rest dot end. Is it run? मोर एक्यूरेट भी है, घिबली चेन के लास्ट डिटेल भाई आ रहे हैं इन सेकेंड्स, बट ग्राफिक वाले अपने स्किल अप करके कुछ एक्स्ट्रा ऑफर कर सकते हैं. यस, एट लास्ट ह्यूमन्स ही बाय करेंगे जो भी वी आर क्रिएटिंग, सो देयर नीड टू बी अ ह्यूमन कनेक्शन. मशीन्स सिर्फ भाई they can be, you know, I don't know brother. Okay, something is getting printed, but I don't know why this is why are these garbage values? I minus 1 plus 0. Oh, this is bad, bro. This is just bad, bro. Should be just this. Fuck. Now, okay. Now let's do this. Let's try this shit out. And do we need to print and end line in every new line, right? For each test case, see out fn this, and I'll run copy paste. and L क्यों नहीं हो रही भाई? What? 996956. What is happening, bro? भाई क्या सही है, रैंडम नंबर्स टाइप करने के पैसे मिलते हैं. दिस इज़ नॉट द एक्चुअल वर्क ब्रदर, दिस इज़ प्रेपरेशन फॉर द इंटरव्यू. दीज आर जस्ट रैंडम, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जैसे किसके साथ कंपेयर कर सकते हैं, इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस, मतलब एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चंस या पजल क्वेश्चंस बोल सकते हैं इनको. दीज आर जस्ट पजल प्रैक्टिस. दिस इज़ नॉट द एक्चुअल वर्क. एक्चुअल वर्क इज़ मोर बोरिंग देन दिस. Actual work is not at all, I mean, fun. It depends on the project, but yeah, this is just interview prep. This is not useful in any way, just useful to me as I'm learning stuff, so that's all. एंड लाइन क्यों नहीं हो रही भाई? What is happening, bro? Oh, okay. समझ गया. मेरे को 10th में था HTML, ये मालूम है बस. Yes, that was very basic coding. Yep. HTML. अब इसमें क्या हो रहा है? 9899 8 क्यों आ रहा है इधर? Why is it 8 here? You see 8 here? No. Then why is it an 8 here? और 8 यहाँ भी है, which is fair. But what the fuck? Int f equals 10 minus I. Oh shit. नहीं सही तो है. ब्रेक. By the way, how did you learn coding? He probably learned it by learning it. Yes, that pretty much sums it up. You just you just code, man. That's all. You just sit down and with all your focus you just uh, code. Actually, I went to college, but I mean I started in school. I had C++ subject in school, so I learned some coding there in high school. Then I went to a comp sci college. Yep, I did computer science for 4 years. I made a bunch of projects for myself. I made a bunch of fun projects that I had fun making and creating them. So that's how I got good at coding. Not good, I mean it's all right. Does coding helps for BBA students? I don't think so, brother. Bro, hot to get a baddie. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck was that? BCA में help होगा. I don't know if that's a good degree though. Okay. That was funny. Bro, how to get a baddie? I have no idea, brother. I am fucking solving LeetCode questions on stream, and you are asking me. You have fucking no chance. You're already on the wrong place. Starting bad. Okay, why is this 8 here? Why? 10 minus 2. I mean, I can do this. It is 0, man. What the fuck? Oh. What? Coding can get you baddie. Code good, get money. Baddies are always there for money. I have done C++. Is that useful? I don't know, brother. If you want to use C++ in something, it can be useful. I mean, depends on the context. What you are trying to achieve. C++ Java दो स्कूल में करते हैं. We do it in professional environment also. C++ is used in almost all of the games that you play. All game engines are made with C++, most of the game engines. So it's good there. And Java, you see most server applications written in Java, most enterprise applications written in Java. So, yep, it depends on the context. Bro, I'm done with this question actually. Why is this 8 here? Okay, I'm starting from 1. I'm starting from 10 minus 1, which is 9. 9 is less than 10. A frequency of 9 plus 0, which is 9, is not 0. Oh, a frequency of just f, right? I think this might be the trick. What about Python? Yeah, Python is good too, man. If you want to do machine learning, AI shit, if you want to, you can do anything with Python, but it's good for AI and machine learning. So you can choose Python, you can learn Python. But at the end, software engineering is not just about any one language. You should be able to take up any language and work in it. So that's the thing. Okay, let's see. Hopefully. Now, is this the same as the output here? Okay, 987655678 987655678 98765567890 98765567890. Okay, seems like this is gonna work. Let's try to submit. Took a lot of time on the first easiest solution. Submit code. How do I submit? How do I submit, brother? Custom invocation. It's not going anywhere. How do I submit? What the fuck? My submissions. Submit code. Bro, tell me some easy money hack. Easy money hack. Easy money hack is probably illegal. You can get jailed. But some of the easy things you can do is rob a shop. That's pretty easy. You just need balls and a knife. Bro, Indian education system is fucked up. Yep, agree. But that's not an excuse to not work hard. That's not an excuse to be poor in life, right? And that's not an excuse to be a criminal. So there are ways you can make money. You just have to be passionate about what you do. That's all. Why can't I submit code, man? Is it this? Do I need to fucking register? How do I register? Can I register? Registration closed. How do I register, brother? That's why I don't like this game, man. I don't know if that guy is still in the chat, but Subedara, I can't submit this code, brother. But my input test cases are working fine, so I believe it is good. And that's my CP for today. I'm not touching this shit again anytime soon. Um, I'll put this code in the chat probably. If you want to submit, they can try. Oh, I can't send this many characters. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get back to our usual program. So we did backtracking today. What else can we do? Should we do advanced graphs? Or greedy? What is remaining? Tries is remaining. Binary search, stack, sliding window. Let's do advanced graphs. Let's do 1 or 2 questions and we hop out. Bro, what's your ultimate aim in life? Ultimate aim. Ultimate aim is to be happy, is to spend my time as I want and not to be restricted by a job or something. That's my aim. I just want to spend time on my terms. That's all. That's my goal. So for that I need enough money to fucking be free. That's all. Freedom is the ultimate wealth in my opinion. Okay, let's read the question. You are given a network of n nodes labeled from 1 to n. You are given times, a list of travel times as directed edges, where u of I is source code, v of I is the target node, and w of I is the time that it takes for a signal to travel from source to target. We will send a signal from a given node k, return the minimum time it takes for all the n nodes to receive the signal. If it is impossible for all the n nodes to receive the signal, return -1. Okay. So this is a simple Dijkstra's application. I just need to revise Dijkstra's, that's all. We are given a starting node k, I believe, and n is the number of node. And this is the weights, right? And what is times? UI, from UI to VI it takes WI time. That's all. From UI to VI it takes WI time. Interesting. So from this array I can make two things. I can make a map. I can make an adjacency list first of all. And second thing I can make is the weight map from UI to VI. How much time does it take? I can put it in an ordered map which will give me order of 1 time in getting the weight, and then we can simply do a Dijkstra and we are good to go, right? Return the minimum time it takes for all the n nodes. Okay, makes sense. So from times, let's first create an adjacency list, graph size n, and node start from 0, right? Or 1, from 1 to n. Okay, so we can do n plus 1 vector int empty for vector int t in times int u equals t0, v equals t1, w equals t2. Graph of u dot push back v, and for the weight map I can simply do an unordered map of um, string to int w map. Let's create a key function, int from source to destination, return source plus comma plus destination, right? W map of key uv is equals w. Great. Now we need Dijkstra's. Let's revise Dijkstra's first. So Dijkstra's, okay. Copy, paste. Dijkstra's is single source, shortest path algorithm. Which means from a single source, what is the shortest path to reach every other node? This is applied on a directed weighted graph, right? And the algorithm goes something like this. We create a distance array to each node, right? And for the source node it is 0, everything else it is infinity. And then what do? We pick among the neighbors of source. Let's say this was source. Among the neighbors, which of them has the least weight? We pick that up, we update the distance, right? Is that all right? Let's see our fucking notes. In graphs, Dijkstra's. Maintain a priority queue of key value pairs, node index and distance pairs, which will tell you which node to visit next based on sorted minimum value. Insert S0 into PQ and loop while PQ is not empty. Iterate over all edges outwards from the current node and relax each edge appending a new node index distance key value pair to the PQ for every relaxation. Order of edges times log V is that graph must contain non-negative edge weights. This constraint is imposed to ensure that once a node has been visited, its optimal distance cannot be improved. This property enables Dijkstra's to act in a greedy manner by always selecting the next promising node. Okay, we can look at the code. So yeah, this shit is fucking tough to remember. Okay, we have a distance array, distance of k is 0, then we have visited, then we have a priority queue storing the neighbors, and at the front will be the next most promising node, which basically means the node having least distance to reach. Priority queue PD. What is a PD? Contains a vector of PD. Compare distance. What is a PD, bro? PD is a pair of intent. Okay, compare distance. We have a struct operator overloading of this. We are comparing two pairs. Return a dot second greater than b dot second. What the fuck does that mean? So if the distance of a node is more than b should come first. That's what it is saying. Priority queue. A dot second. Yeah, makes sense. Then we push this while queue is not empty. We get current node, visit current node, If distance of current node dot first is less than current node dot second, then continue. Means if the distance is already updated to be lesser than what is there in our queue, then we go to all neighbors. If this is visited, then continue. Then we get the key. We get the new distance, which is current node distance plus weight of that. If new distance is less than, then we update and push it to the queue. Then we get the max time. Interesting. Okay, and this won't work. We need to do this shit because it is C++. Oh, it is getting dark. Damn. Okay, so what we need? We need a distance array of size n plus 1. Initially everything is infinity, then distance of k is 0. Then we need a priority queue of pair of int vector of pair of int compare distance pq. Let's write that guy. Struct compare distance bool operator const pair. This was the function, right? Const expression. What is this? Const expr in C++. Whose return value is computable at compile time when consuming code requires it. So if I don't write const expr, will it work? Let's see. So we have a pq, we insert pq dot push a pair which is k and distance of k, which is 0, while pq is not empty. We get the current pair pq dot front or pq dot pop, right? q dot top, pq dot top it is, not front. Then if distance of current dot first is less than current dot second, then continue. Right. We visit this outside actually. Current dot first equals true. If distance is already less, then continue. Otherwise, we go to each neighbor of this current. Um, Now what do we do? If visited neighbor, then continue. Otherwise, int new distance is distance of current dot first plus wmap of key from current dot first to neighbor. Ah, shit. If new distance is less than distance of neighbor, then distance of neighbor is new distance, and pq dot push neighbor and distance of neighbor, right? I think this is it. Anything missing? Yeah, I'm just getting the key, which is just this, so no worries. Okay, after this loop we get the max time, which is just max element in distance. If this is equals to int max, then some of the nodes have not been visited, which means I need to return what? -1. Otherwise, return max time. There might be a few problems, of course, which is normal. Visited current dot first. We haven't created visited, right? So let's create that. Vector of bool visited of size n+1. Initially everything is false. wmap disk 74. Okay. pq dot push. This needs to be a pair, so let's do that. Interesting. Because 0 is always int max, right? So maybe okay. Yep. Distance begin +1. I don't think that would work. I don't know. Yep, it works. Let's see. Yeah, pretty good. Now if I write const expr here, will it make any difference? Same. Now what's the faster solutions? We have vector. Okay, so in the adjacency list itself, this guy is getting okay. Yeah, that's also fair. That is fair. Yeah. Okay, so this was Dijkstra's for today, and I'll be ending stream here. It was a good session of LeetCode. I'll be back tomorrow with more LeetCode for sure. Until then, goodbye and have a great day. Bye bye.